When the first American cars appeared, they didn't just change transportation, they changed the country's rhythm. In 1908, the Ford Model T rolled onto dusty roads and into American history. It was simple, rugged, and built for everyone. Farmers used it to haul tools. Families used it to reach towns miles away. And workers discovered new opportunities as distances suddenly felt smaller. The Model T didn't just move people. It moved America into a new era. By the late 1920s, the Ford Model 8 took the country further. It was faster, safer, and more comfortable. Streets were transforming from muddy paths into paved roads. Towns grew into cities. The Model A reflected a nation eager to modernize, to build, to rise. America was learning to move with confidence, and its cars were learning with it. The 1940s brought war, sacrifice, and reinvention. Factories shifted to military production, and after the war, the automotive industry returned with new ambition. The Cadillac Series 62 became a symbol of American strength. Smooth lines, steel frames, and elegant curves represented a country that survived hardship and stepped into a more prosperous future. Neon signs reflected off chrome bumpers. Jazz clubs filled the night. The American car became not only a machine, but a cultural icon, a reflection of hope. Then came the 1950s, a decade flooded with optimism. The Chevrolet Bel Air captured that optimism better than anything else. Pastel colors, sweeping fins, and polished chrome created the look of a dream on wheels. Families loaded the trunk for road trips. Teenagers cruised the diners, and the Bel Air appeared everywhere. Movies, postcards, photography, advertising. It was a car of a confident America, certain that its brightest days were ahead. But the 1960s changed the landscape again. The Mustang arrived first, light, sporty, rebellious. Then the Camaro followed, starting one of the greatest American rivalries. Speed, muscle, and attitude became the language of the era. Highways stretched endlessly through deserts and plains. Engines roared under orange sunsets. Drivers were no longer just traveling. They were expressing themselves. The Mustang and Camaro became symbols of freedom, power, and youth. In the 1970s, the Dodge Charger defined a new tone. Bigger, darker, more intense. Its presence reflected a decade marked by uncertainty, fuel crises, shifting politics, and changing cultural values. While the world grappled with instability, American muscle cars clung to their identity. Raw performance, loud engines, and bold character. The Charger embodied resilience during a time when the nation asked difficult questions about its future. By the early 2000s, America entered a new phase of excess and ambition. The Hummer H1, a vehicle born from military heritage, dominated the roads. It was oversized, unapologetic, powerful. For some, it represented freedom and capability. For others, it was a symbol of overconsumption. But no matter the viewpoint, it was undeniably American. It reflected a country that loved to think big, build big, and dream big. Then suddenly, everything shifted. Tesla entered the stage and rewrote the script. First came the Roadster, showing an electric car didn't have to be slow or boring. Then the Model S arrived, redefining luxury, performance, and technology. Overnight, silence became the new roar. Screens replaced gauges. Software replaced traditional mechanics. Cars could update themselves, learn your habits, and drive with you rather than simply carry you. The shift wasn't just mechanical, it was cultural. America started to rethink energy, sustainability, and what transportation could become. Charging stations appeared across highways. Silicon Valley entered the automotive world, challenging decades of convention. Then came another symbol, the Ford F-150, already America's best-selling vehicle for decades, now reborn in an electric form. It carried the working-class legacy of the original truck while stepping into a cleaner, smarter age. It showed that tradition and technology didn't have to collide. They could merge. And finally, the Cybertruck, a vehicle that didn't look like anything before it. Angular, futuristic, controversial. It represented a break from nostalgia, pushing American design into unknown territory. Love it or hate it, the Cybertruck proved one thing. American cars continue to evolve boldly, without fear of reinvention. Today, In 2025, the American automobile is no longer defined solely by horsepower or chrome. It's defined by intelligence, sustainability, connectivity, and innovation. Cars communicate with satellites, avoid collisions using sensors, and offer silent acceleration that outpaces yesterday's loudest engines. Road trips now include charging networks. Cities plan around electric grids. The entire ecosystem is shifting, but the core idea remains unchanged. American cars have always been about movement, forward movement, movement toward opportunity, freedom, and reinvention, movement that mirrors the story of the country itself. From the simplicity of the Model T, to the refined Model A, to the elegance of the Cadillac, to the optimism of the Bel Air, to the raw power of the Mustang and Camaro, to the boldness of the Charger, to the dominance of the Hummer, to the silent revolution of Tesla, to the futuristic edges of the Cybertruck. The evolution of American cars is the evolution of America, a story of innovation, ambition, rise, fall, and rebirth, over and over again. And while the past is unforgettable, the future is even more exciting, because the next chapter isn't just about faster cars. It's about smarter, cleaner, more connected cars, and a nation ready to redefine mobility once again. The road ahead is open, and the journey, EY continues.